of Interest series. Today I'm going to be doing a domination match on Hard Hat. I'm using the ACR Silenced Extended Mags, Scavenger, Hardline Pro and Marksman. Now straight off the start I'm going to go capture A. Obviously I'm going to shove a portable radar down onto that road. That's just to let my team know, and also me know, that if someone comes around from the enemy team trying to flank around onto A. So right here I'm just looking at how my team's setting up. I know I got people over at B, and I also know I got people on the tunnel. There's also two people at A, so I'm just going between the tunnel and A now, just choosing where I'm going to sit, but also see if either of the sides needs help. Now, as I said, I'm using Marksman. I'm using Marksman because with my ACR, I'm not going to be rushing around as much, so I don't really need sit rep or dead silence or steady aim. I'm going to be sitting back and letting the enemy come to me. So right here, I'm just moving my way around to this part of the spawn trap. This is just stopping them around from B, and also to allow my team on tunnel to know that they don't need to watch their backs unless someone comes from A, which helps them a lot. I'm just going to sit here for a bit, pick up some kills, and in a minute Freak is going to come round and sit on the boxes next to me. Now this is the edge of the spawn. If you go past those boxes, the spawn's going to push up too far on A and it'll be too easy for them to get through. I think Freak leaves me in a minute to go back to the tunnel, but in a while I'm going to struggle, I'm going to get overrun, I'm going to be very close to dying, and I don't want that to happen because this will put pressure on my team. Now just there I heard we were losing A, so I just look over, allow my mini map to show me where the arrows on my team are, just so I know if anyone's running back to it. If you don't want the whole team to run back, then allow the enemy team to get into B flag area. I also look for the flags flashing, just so I know if it's a run through, if it's just they've been killed, or just to know if my team needs some help on those flags. Now right here, the people know that I'm here. They come in, they throw flashes, they throw Semtex. I get very lucky in a few minutes. As you'll notice, I get the same people coming back for those revenge kills, but they just can't get to me. Now I think it's right here. I almost die, so I run back to the tunnel, and as you'll see, I actually call out for help, but you can't hear it since this is recorded in theatre. But you'll see my team, two people in my team, coming back to where I was to come and help me. This is very important in communication. Now I'm going to come back to the tunnel, since I know someone's watching that same spot I was at. I'm going to rob a cheeky ballistic vest off Sarcasm, and then jump onto these barrels. I don't really like lying in the tunnel. It's traffic heavy. If you sit on those barrels at the top, you can have a direct sight into the bottom of the pit, so if anyone comes out through the tunnel you can easily get them and they won't really think you're there. Now, as again at the beginning of the game, like I said, I'm just around seeing where my team is set up, just so I know. Now, I got really confused there because they've removed the forklifts pegs on the bottom, so it's a bit harder to jump up on these barrels, but I'm just going to sit here and watch it for a bit while my team set up again, since a couple of them died. Now I'm going to run back to A now and just help my team out on A, since they're pushing around that right side or left side. This is probably because either the enemy team have just given up on the tunnel, or I know someone's on the end of the B flag, so he may have pushed around past those boxes, which pushes the spawn up this way. Now, as because I noticed this, I asked my team to just not push up this hill too much, as that will push the spawn and squeeze them right round to the B flag spawn, which we don't want. As you can see, I stay behind this portaloo, just keep strafing in and out, keep my sights up, and my motion sensor is still there from earlier. Also using the UAV that's up, just to help me pick off those assassin people. So I'm pretty far into my streak right now. As you can guess, I get another Moab. It's going to come a lot, since this just shows how my strategy works. If you don't like the Moab gameplay, I can happily do another gameplay for you. I got a couple of shotgun gameplays to go through, just to show routes around the maps, how a good way to just navigate the maps are, also how to deal with the high traffic areas of the maps. I said maps a lot there, I'm sorry. Sorry, here I'm back at the Portaloo doing the same thing again while my team is setting up again since a couple of them died. It's about half match now, we've doubled the enemy team's points. That's just because we've had 2 flags for the whole match and they've had 1. Simple maths really. So while I have some time just to talk during this gameplay, I just want to know how you think the series is going. If you've got any comments, hopefully in this one I can get the sound right so you can actually hear my voice better. But also, what maps do you want? Is there any maps you want help with? Any maps you think you can do better on but you're not sure how? Any routes you want to know, or cap spots? Because there aren't really any on this one, but on the other maps I know there are. But also, generally, do you enjoy these? Because I don't want to be wasting my time. So right here I'm again sitting on these barrels at the tunnel, and in a minute I'm gonna actually jump down into the tunnel and finish off my streak. As you'll notice, I lie on the very left of the tunnel. This gives me some cover. They can only really shoot my head and body, which is helpful. They can't really see me that well anyway because I got assassin. But also on the left I have room to actually get out without being trapped by a wall or having to walk across the whole of the tunnel, which you'll see me do a couple of times when I reload. So in a minute I'm about to get my Moab. Actually I think I've run round to get Moab somewhere else. I can't completely remember. As you'll see, my team's just moving around, and if you watch that right side, I'm not sure if you can see it, but we've got someone right in that on this near the C flag building, which is why they pushed round to A and we started losing it. So we all push round, we all get there, and in a minute I do what I hate doing and I take someone else's final stand kill. It's just reactions, just like normally it's just what you do. And there's my Moab. I'll jump down and get a nice cheeky triple. So yeah, that's the Moab, and I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, running back and forth, going into spots where the enemy can't really get me. And unlike my last commentary, I actually get 5 people with this Moab, which is a hell of a lot better than 2. So if we got any people out there wanting to join DAG, we're 18 and plus only. You have to have a mic, and I'll link the website in the bottom. When you apply, you have to go through a 10-day evaluation period, and then if you pass that, after 3 weeks of being in the clan, you are allowed to be invited to our elites site. You don't need to have elites, but it is preferred so you can take part in clan ops. We mainly get goals in our clan ops, we take part in all of them. I can't take part in all of them because on the Friday night and the Saturday during the day I do 14 hours worth of work at my local supermarket, so I can never take part in the Sunday evening clan op. As you may have guessed, well, actually it doesn't matter, I'll leave that. I don't want to get in trouble with work. So this gameplay is wrapping up now. Just picking off these last kills, and we're losing A again because if you look on the right side of my map you can see that someone's gone past that box again, and it's just the enemy team are just spawning too close to A. So right there we lost A. It's the right end of the map, so I'm just going to stay at the tunnel, pick off the kills as they come from A to me, and that will wrap up the gameplay. Hope you enjoyed it this time. I think I did a lot